And some potential clinical areas where MOTS-c could be beneficial are, for example, diabetes, improving cardiovascular disease, addressing obesity, and even supporting cognitive health. MOTS-c is one of those derived peptides, and it gained its popularity in the last few years because of its ability to address various age-related and metabolic conditions. Its primary roles are in regulating the metabolism and metabolic functions of human cells, responding to stress, and so on. What is up, guys? Petey's father here, and let me welcome you to today's video. In the year 2025, there are a lot of great new things that are going to come out, and one of those things we are going to talk about today. The thing that we are going to talk about today, which I cannot wait, to be honest, because I love all of the mitochondria focused content and actually all of the research about mitochondria, and that the actually not only medical field but also general public is becoming more and more interested about the mitochondrial health. Today's compound, which we are going to briefly break down, is the MOTS-c, a mitochondrial derived peptide. In today's video, we are going to talk about what is MOTS-c. We are going to talk about the benefits of MOTS-c. We are going to talk about also mitochondrial health benefits, which go hand in hand with the benefits of MOTS-c, because MOTS-c does improve your mitochondrial health. We are going to talk about my personal experience and results with this particular compound. At the end, I'm going to give you my conclusion and some of my final thoughts. So without further ado, so this video doesn't get too long, let me get right into this, shall we? To start, let me briefly explain what is mitochondria. These are often referred to as powerhouses of the cell because they produce ATP, which is body's main energy currency, but don't get it confused, that's not all they do, because their role goes above and beyond just energy production. That is why they are so vital for us. They are critical for maintaining metabolic functions, regulating oxidative stress, and even, and that is the biggest reason why it is so talked about nowadays, influencing the aging itself. Mitochondria also produced small proteins called Mitochondria Derived Peptides, which have powerful systemic effects. And one of these peptides is the MOTS-c, meaning MOTS-c is one of those derived peptides, and it gained its popularity in the last few years because of its ability to address various age-related and metabolic conditions. And today we will take a closer look at MOTS-c, its unique benefits, mechanisms, and actually what makes it so unique. MOTS-c is a peptide encoded directly by mitochondrial DNA, which makes it unique compared to other peptides derived from nuclear DNA. Its primary roles are in regulating the metabolism and metabolic functions of human cells, responding to stress, and so on. And what makes MOTS-c particularly so unique is its ability to act not only on the mitochondria, but also systemically affecting various tissues throughout the body. And actually, this dual role highlights its benefits and contributes to its ability to influence huge things like the aging, for example, is. But to be more specific even, what are the benefits of MOTS-c? Well, you can see them highlighted right here, and I'm gonna briefly go over them. So since MOTS-c primarily works by improving the mitochondria function and optimizing the energy balance of the body, one of its key actions is the activation of AMPK pathways, which play a crucial role in improving insulin sensitivity and glucose metabolism. Additionally, MOTS-c supports fat and carbohydrate metabolism, making it an important regulator of energy and nutrient processing. And those benefits of MOTS-c are not just anecdotal, they are very well documented, especially in preclinical studies. It has been shown in those preclinical studies to improve the insulin sensitivity, improve the fat metabolism, and reduce age-related mitochondrial dysfunction, which the age-related mitochondrial dysfunction is a thing that I'm going to get to in my final thoughts, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to conclude it with this fact, which is the most important in my opinion if you are deciding to try or not to try MOTS-c, and if it's gonna or not gonna be potentially very beneficial for you. And some potential clinical areas where MOTS-c could be beneficial are, for example, diabetes, improving cardiovascular disease, addressing obesity, and even supporting cognitive health, particularly in conditions that are very deleterious for your cognitive health, like Alzheimer's disease. So yeah, this is the brief summary of the benefits of MOTS-c. Since its mechanism of action is so influencing, meaning it influences the mitochondrial health and also works systemically, it works on a rather great range of things and promotes a lot of areas that some would not connect maybe. And yeah, MOTS-c, by influencing the mitochondria and also working systemically, shines in this aspect. And since I'm talking about mitochondria so much, I decided to do the mitochondrial health benefits on the separate slide and break it down even a little bit further. So what are some of the specifics how it helps with your mitochondria? Well, it improves mitochondria function by regulating the ATP, ADP, and AMP ratios. It also does something which is very interesting, which is enhancing antioxidant responses to reactive oxygen species, meaning it makes your antioxidants, endogenous but also exogenous, more potent, which is very interesting mode of action, which has to be explored more further. There are studies being done on this, and so far the results are very interesting and promising for us bodybuilders, but also for the general public. And by that, it is self-explanatory, but mitigates oxidative stress as well. And it also sustains biogenesis, meaning it keeps mitochondria functioning optimally, and it also enhances energy production at the cellular level. So, with those mitochondria specific things out of the way, let me tell you about my personal experience and results. So, I had the opportunity to experiment, and I experimented. And those are the results. My dose was 5 milligrams of MOTS-c per week intramuscularly. I did it bilaterally, meaning into the same muscle group, but on each side of the body, split 2.5 milligrams into one, 2.5 milligrams into the other. And those are basically the main takeaways. I experienced increased energy levels, improved focus and cognition, and enhanced fat loss and anabolism, meaning all of the things that you would expect from MOTS-c. So it is really a compound that the theory translates into practice quite well. But with this, I also want to give you my conclusion and final thoughts, because yeah, I did it, I experienced benefits, but here is a caveat to this. When it comes to MOTS-c and actually all of the things that can improve mitochondria, sorry for this, but it keeps bothering me. So when it comes to every compound that helps with mitochondria function, so anything from L-carnitine that can help with the mitochondrial function, to NAD+, to methylene blue, all of those things kind of help with the mitochondrial health, but in a different fashion with different mechanisms of action. It doesn't matter. All of those things you are going to feel more if you are older or if your mitochondrial function isn't the best. Meaning, it doesn't matter if you are 20 years old, because many people that are 20 years old have dysfunctional mitochondrial health because of the lifestyle factors and so on and so forth. There are some genetic predispositions, there are some polymorphisms that are associated with poorer mitochondrial health and so on and so forth. But if you are talking about that individual, for example, like me, I am going to feel more benefits 10 years from now, and even more benefits 20 years from now, because your mitochondrial health with the age, if you are not going to do something about it, is only going to decline. And that's why all of those compounds, like for example methylene blue, like MOTS-c, and so on and so forth, there are many of them, and thank God, because those are very great compounds, and it's actually the most natural way how to increase your overall energy levels and overall well-being without it actually being deleterious for your CNS, like heavy stimulants, like ADHD medications like amphetamines, and so on and so forth. This is non-stimulant thing that is going to increase your energy and well-being. And this is, in my opinion, the right way to approach this whole energy and well-being management, actually the healthiest way to improving the mitochondrial function. So the older you are, the more benefits you are going to get out of those things that improve mitochondrial function. It doesn't mean, though, that if you are 20, you are not going to feel the benefits. You certainly are. It is just the extent of the benefits that you can get out of those compounds. The older you are, the more benefits you are going to get. With things like methylene blue, there are other things at which it works by. For example, it's not only improving the mitochondrial function, it's also an monoamine oxidase inhibitor. So it also works like an antidepressant in a way. This is also, first of all, it is mitochondrial compound, but also has some systemic effects. So you also have something else that goes into it with L-carnitine. You also have some other things, not only the mitochondria. So all of those things work on a multiple vectors, but this particular compound is very interesting, and with the side effect profile, which is basically non-existent. I mean, it is very interesting and very, very promising. So with this out of the way, I just want to tell you that with MOTS-c, it's not a placebo-like effect. You are going to feel it. For me, it was mainly the things that I mentioned on the slide before. And when I say I could feel it, I really mean it, because there are a lot of compounds and nootropics and whatever for cognition that I experimented with, I tried, but I did not feel, because my cognitive health is, in my opinion, in its prime right now, in my age, and that's why I just cannot feel certain medications or certain PEDs that work for other people. But that is because I am not in that point, at which I need some extra help, let's say. But this compound, I can honestly tell you, I felt a lot, and I was actually kind of not expecting it, to be honest with you. I wasn't expecting to feel a lot. I was expecting to feel something because I did have anecdotal evidence, since I coach a decent amount of people and I help people with mitochondria related stuff. So I did have feedback on this particular compound, but I just didn't think it's gonna do a lot, and it actually did. So yeah, very interesting compound. Take a look at it for yourself, guys. And with that out of the way, that's it for this MOTS-c brief breakdown. If you would like me to explain to you anything that was in this video to more detail, let me know in the comment section. All of your questions also in the comment section. If you would have anything your case specific, you can always contact me by direct message and schedule a one-on-one consultation, guys. That is it from me, and again, all the best in 2025, and see you in the next video, guys. PD's father signing out.